There's many ways that this can take place, but do keep in mind that your electricity can be transmitted wirelessly. All devices that you have right now that need to be plugged in, including your refrigerator, if electrical frequencies were imposed upon them appropriately, your refrigerator could run without being plugged in. Your cell phone could run without needing a charge. These types of things can be achieved. There will be other technologies where they may be obsolete because the new technology that comes in may be so sophisticated and so efficient, you simply have no need for the old one anymore. But do keep in mind, wireless electricity has existed, it does exist, and this is something that many extraterrestrial craft and vehicles are capable of projecting. So that is just one small example of how your grid can be transformed almost overnight. There are all types of different technologies that have yet to come into existence, but will be brought into existence as your engineers and extraterrestrial engineers begin to collaborate. So some of the technologies, it's not as if they're even officially made yet in your experience of the timeline. But nevertheless, we share how some of these technologies do operate so you can start to have a sense of what to expect. So ET contact does not mean you have to get rid of your oven, does not mean you have to get rid of your refrigerator. Rather, how these things function will be optimized. How your grid functions will be completely optimized. And yes, this does have to do with wireless electricity. This absolutely has to do with harnessing the natural electromagnetic powers of your Earth and causing those electromagnetic powers of the Earth to resonate with different electromagnetic forces that are a part of the upper and moderate levels of your atmosphere, which entangle with the EMF of the cosmos. So as the upper layers of the atmosphere and the cosmos begin to resonate vibrationally with the natural electromagnetic frequencies of Earth, a type of positive negative charge can be captured, and this can also be turned into power. This can be turned into electricity, as well as other forms of power and energy. So there's a lot of ways this will manifest, but these technologies will be a co-creation. That is the simplistic, right to the chase answer. For other things like fossil fuel energy production, there may not necessarily be a need for such technologies anymore. Those things might become obsolete. They might stick around for a little bit because, of course, you have an economy that is based upon some of those things to a certain degree. Nevertheless, even your global economy will change. Because remember that a great deal of commerce has to do with spending money to acquire things a person does not already possess. But if the technologies that produce what you need are abundant, even in your home, well, you don't have to work as much. You don't need to spend as much money. So your economy also changes. So there's going to be a lot of changes. This is why our preparation for all of you has been unchanging in its ethos. Follow your passion. Discover who you are and the corresponding gifts that you are here to give that both nourish your creativity and your original spirit and uplift and benefit those around you. Spend time cultivating this, because a part of extraterrestrial contact is going to be a reorganization of the average day of a human being. Think of how many things a human does because they are attempting to acquire capital because they sense they are lacking something. If that goes away, well, you have a lot more time on your hands. You're going to need to create other outlets of expression so you can have meaning, so you can have purpose, and so you can have something you're moving towards in your life. A person who has everything they need, but no goal, nowhere they're moving towards, is a person who will become uneasy. They will become discontent. It is within your wiring to evolve yourself. Comfort can create a container for evolution, but it can also create a coffin. So be refining those processes now, be refining those gifts now, and you will be prepared for the many changes that are to come and the many revolutions that are to come within the myriad of industries that are a part of human society. You've had your technological revolutions of the past, and you have the saying on your earth, you ain't seen nothing yet. And that saying is especially relevant for these days.